In the back of every woman's mind is that there is a 1 in 8 chance that she will develop breast cancer sometime during her lifetime.
It's malignant and it spreads to your lymph nodes.
The uncertainty, the what does this mean? How will I handle this?
Malignant carcinoma, invasive. And all three of those words combined are pretty bad. I got into this business to tell stories about other people. I've been able to do the stories. I did the BRCA gene story when it broke. I've covered so many different aspects of the medical industry and what great situation we're in here. When I first did the mammogram story, it was a story to say, hey, look how easy it is to get mammograms. It's not that bad. It's just a few minutes of discomfort and maybe a little pain, no big deal. It could save my life.
For a recent health story, Mary had a mammogram done. She wanted to show that it's easy to do and that more women should actually have that procedure done just to protect themselves. Well, that story helped doctors fight something very serious with Mary.
The way I look at it, a few seconds of discomfort and a little pain could save my life. I'm all right with that. We shot the whole story and they took a second look at one little area, and I've had dense tissue looked at a second time before. And I thought, okay, no big deal. And then they said, well, you have to come back in for an ultrasound.
Mary has an infiltrating ductal carcinoma, which is the most common type of invasive breast cancer.
They said it wouldn't have shown up a year before on a mammogram. Every once in a while, it's like it sinks in. And one was driving home. What do I tell my husband? And it's scary. But then I shake it off and say, okay, wait, it's cancer. That's the problem. Now what do we have to do to fix it?
I was just certain I didn't have cancer. It was Dr. Parkinson who called me and said, well, Sheri said it's malignant. The biopsy has come back, it's malignant. And I remember vividly, I said, it can't be. I don't even believe that, it can't be. I'm just sure it isn't. And he said, well, it is. A little over a year ago, a younger sister of mine was diagnosed with breast cancer. So now my mother's had it, I've had it, my sister's had it. Look, they found mine. And it was just the beginning stages. It was the very beginning.
Being a breast imager carries with it a significant responsibility. One of the things for which I'm most grateful is that there are courageous women out there who are so willing to tell their story.
I remember exactly where I was, my children in the room, and I walked out and told them I just got a telephone call. I think the hardest impact maybe was with my 14-year-old son. I remember him coming to me and him saying, Mom, are you going to die? And I said, this is not going to get me. It's going to be okay. But I said, it's going to be hard. And I said, but we can do hard things. I just want the opportunity to raise my children and get them out of high school.
Women take care of everybody else before they take care of themselves. I mean, I know my kids come first, and then my husband. I checked with my kids if it was okay if I went on the air and talked about having breast cancer, because I didn't want people to bug them at school. I didn't want people to come up and say, oh, I hear your mom's dying, when they know better. They know that I'm going through treatment to get rid of the cancer, not that I'm going to die of it.
Women are at the very center of the home. They're at the center of the family. So how do you put in words or in dollar value what that is worth when you save the life of a woman? Or improve the treatment enough that she can continue to function as a wife and mother while she's being cured of a disease. There is not any way that you can ever measure the impact of that.
It was painful and it was miserable. My husband was fabulous and he was always by my side. And all of a sudden I was brought to my knees literally, and there were days I couldn't walk, he would carry me. And I guess what I would call that whole experience is exquisite pain. I look at that picture now, it's hard, but I value it so. I value the journey. And I think at that final last picture, it is actually a year to the day of when the first picture was taken. And you can see a determination, I think, and I'm taking a stand, and that I'm going to be better, and we're going to do something about it.
Between 40 and 50,000 women will die of breast cancer this year. That is far too many. The only way we can stop that is through not only early detection with screening, but also research to find better ways to screen, research to find better ways to treat, and research that may ultimately find a cure for this deadly but far too common disease.
Too many people die from this. Without research, you're just kind of doing the same thing we've always done. With these clinical trials and with research, it will make a difference. It will make a difference to thousands, if not millions of people. Research is change.
I think the advances are amazing. The future's incredible, and that's why I'm in this business. I want to find out more. I want to ask those questions and find out more, and it used to be kind of a joke. What, are you going to cure cancer? It's not a joke anymore. It's reality. There will be cancers falling by the wayside because we've found the solutions.
My family members are direct benefactors of people who have furthered research. I really stand all amazed at the difference my sister and I experienced compared to my mother. And so a whole lot's gone on in the last 20 years, funded by a lot of people.
I am humbled. I am grateful.
I hope the people who give money know that they're not just throwing money at a cause, and that the researchers who do all the work know they're not just doing paperwork and working with numbers, but they're affecting lives, like mine.
Let's change the future now.